I would guess you're the top selling singer, songwriter in the online beat licensing world, which is interesting because when you think of the online beat marketplace, you think producers, you don't really think singer, songwriters. And at yesterday's panel, I heard you say that when you were in LA, you were in the mode of, like a lot of us were, myself included, you were in the mode of chasing placements, doing label runs, doing studio runs. And that was your original goal, but it shifted. So why did you find the online beat marketing landscape more favorable or just a better fit for you?
I felt like I was really trying to fit in with everybody else's goals, because it seemed like everybody else was like, gotta get the Beyonce placement, gotta get, I don't know, whoever's placement. And so it seemed like it made the most sense. And plus I was seeing people like, the dream, who,
yeah.
They're like living amazing lives from writing music. So it felt like it was attainable because I was around all of the same type of people. But I also, in the same breath, was listening to people like Gary Vee and Sean Stevenson, just a ton of like really popular entrepreneurs who built their whole entire lives around things that they're extremely passionate about. And it seemed like I should be able to do something musically that made me feel right, feel like I actually belonged where I was at. And then I was stuck in a publishing deal, so it was kind of feeling like it was impossible. But once I got out of my deal, and all of these little entrepreneurial opportunities just kept popping up, including Abe from BeatStars. And it just started feeling like everything made sense, because Abe was just talking all of the things that I had been wanting to do: passive income, controlling your schedule, just taking all of the middlemen out of the equation. So that definitely was when the switch went off in my head.
I want to pick up on your introduction to Abe, but first, this is a running theme with a lot of the interviews that I do with people who have experience in the capital I music industry. Publishing deals. A lot of horror stories. Would you, without opening a can of worms, would you consider signing another publishing deal, or has that just completely deterred you from any kind of scenario involving that?
I go back and forth with it in my head. Some days I think it's the absolute worst idea to ever have a publishing deal, for simple reasons of right now I'm working on Star and Empire and all of the money comes to me. I don't have to split it with anybody. The main fee comes directly to me, and anybody else that has a publishing deal has to split their little fee with everyone. So that type of stuff I feel like is amazing. Then on the other side, I have opportunities still with people in the music industry, and I feel like I'm a small fish and they're sharks. So I feel like labels will take advantage of you if they can, and I feel like because I don't have like a muscle behind me, trying to make sure that everybody is, or I'm taken care of, those are the times that I feel like a publishing deal would be ideal. But I feel like if I were to do it, I would do an admin and only share like a small amount of my stuff. And it would have to be a weird looking deal because I wouldn't want them touching my BeatStars.
Yeah.
So I feel like
it'd be a modern deal.
It would have to be very modern.
Because publishing deals, I think the structure of a publishing deal, well, I know it predates what's happening now, the technology and everything, and so there's a lot. I mean, YouTube revenue. There are all these income streams, licensing online, non-exclusively, that they don't account for.
Yeah.
So you think that's going to change moving forward? I mean, it has to, right?
No, because I've been taking meetings because I've been trying to be open-minded. I've been taking meetings with management. I've been meeting at labels. I've been meeting at publishers, and sometimes when I talk to them, I feel like there are actually so many light years behind what's going on in the BeatStars community that it feels like I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I feel like things would just have to change, or like maybe something major like Spotify and Apple become, you know what I mean, like a situation that you sign deals with. I'm not sure, but
I think that's already happening to some degree.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm not sure if like classic labels are ever going to be at least fitting for somebody in the online community. I'm not sure.
That's interesting because producers have that situation too. I won't say his name. It's someone that we both know. He had to kind of work around that.
Being in the deal. Being
in the deal, but in addition to controlling his or her, we'll say, we don't know what gender this person is, to controlling their online sales and not having the publisher dip their hand into that.
Yeah.
But back to pretty interesting story. So you mentioned, you know, the influence that Abe from BeatStars had on your decision to start licensing music online. How did you meet Abe, or how did he find you? What was that story?
I was actually on another platform singing songs for other people. It's like a different type of platform where customers come to you, and DJs and like other type of producers who just want vocals or just want a songwriter to do like something one-off. You can choose a rate. So I was doing that for a while, but it's very time consuming. You have to give a lot of yourself to individual people. It's like a lot of customer service. It's a lot. And so Abe had actually came through and hired me on the platform, and then we got to talking, and he was telling me about what was going on BeatStars, and I literally thought he was full of shit. I thought it was gonna be like a waste of my time. Everything he was saying it sounded like what I wanted, but it just didn't seem like an attainable thing to do.
Yeah, because you learn that you don't get what you want in the music industry.
Yeah, that's exactly my experience.
Yeah.
And so when Abe is like, when I've been sitting here listening to all these people talk about passive income and, you know, just like controlling your own life, and then Abe comes in and is like, well, yeah, that's what we're doing successfully. So I felt like I had nothing to lose. I felt like it was only an opportunity, so I tried it, and yeah, within like 6 months, I felt like my whole income and my whole outlook on what I was doing had shifted and changed. Was
it kind of a vacuum effect in the sense that in that world there were so many producers but so few, if any, singer-songwriters that were willing to license their hooks? I mean, you're kind of a shock trooper for that community. I think a lot of singer-songwriters haven't caught on in the same numbers as producers.
Yeah.